that's your name. You're the counselor. That falls on you. People might not refer to you anymore. I don't know. So that's it. Do you guys have any questions that I can answer? I hope I did a good job of kind of giving you more of a real idea of what a day in a job looks like. And
I suggested that she might want to come back and meet with our class when we do more of the case noting and the determination of needs.
But don't you think that'd be cool if we had like fake
Sure.
medical records to highlight through and say,
Yep.
you know, if they have a problem with this, how's that going to affect them on
Sure.
the job?
So we could spend more time doing
Oh.
that at some point in their career.
And I'm glad that you mentioned, I just wanted to point out that I said this in the intro class too, that there's almost like a struggle between focusing on the strengths, because that's pretty much what we've been taught to do. We focus on someone's strengths, their talents, their abilities, as we have counselors. And then you're in a position where you have to, I think this is probably where you have that cognitive dissonance, where you're writing down everything that they're not able to do. And I struggled with that too when I had my intern at VR. But you learn to balance it by understanding why you're justifying this need, but not having that be the ultimate goal to just focus on all the things that the person is unable to achieve. But yeah, so I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I've said that in the class too.
Yeah.
That there's like this fine balance between, I've been told over and over again to focus on what they can do, not what they can't do. And now here I'm writing this big assessment of needs that all you talk about is what they're unable to do.
Yeah.
So it's really, it can be hard, yeah. But you get used to it, because it's not everything. It's just, in order for them to reach their abilities and their assets and their goals and their dreams, you have to be aware of those things. So.
When I did their eligibility, after I met this guy, I consulted right away, consult. And I'm not afraid to, and I think my supervisors love that I'm not afraid to ask questions. But I don't know what to do with this guy. He's just a fireball. I don't even know if he can be if the public is safe around him. I'm keeping my door open. I need, like, what do I do? And I told her the situation. She's like, well, just wait for medical records and you'll learn more. And he kept calling every day. So when can I get a gas card? When can you fix my car? I drove all the way here and I'm trying to better my life, and I can't get into your stupid program to get gas money when I'm just trying to do something right in my life. And so I did my eligibility just on our thing, and I forgot to check the interpersonal boxes. And Stephanie caught, she's like, Capri, you didn't check any of the interpersonal boxes. I'm like, so you just overlook it. Like, you get so caught up and you almost mix people up with cases and medical records, because if you only see them one time every few months, I could not believe it. I felt like such an idiot. I'm like,
So what did you
really?
do?
Yeah, what did you do?
Yeah, what did
You
do?
can just amend it and click it, and then.
I mean, what did you do with the individual?
The guy.
I fixed his car. But he had 4 tires on there, tire removal, oil change. And ironically, when he came to meet me to discuss the possibility of, now that he's in our program, if I would do it, Capri, my car broke down right outside Mr. Tire, and 3 people helped me push it there, and they're already assessing it.
Jeez.
And I consulted. I said, I don't know, the tires are on there. They're already about to fix it. And they said, no, they will not fix anything until they get the authorization. The money amount you are willing to spend, they won't touch that car until they know it's going to get paid for. And so I told him, he came in, and I put it on policy. And my policy, you can do that, states that we can only pay for extreme situations on car repairs. Wear and tear of a car, like your tires being bald. I'm sorry that it's wintertime, but I'm not allowed to purchase that. I can't do it. I don't know. Like, oil changes, that's part of your responsibility as being a car owner, just like having insurance. I can't pay. But I mean, students, we pay for such random things like internet for 3 months, or I don't know. It's so many random things. Haircuts, if they need a haircut for an interview, it's all what kind of counselor you want to be, and the money. But I thought this was funny. My supervisor gave me this the first week when I was on my own by myself. ABC, always be case noting. And I guess it's like a huge joke, because we're always case noting, always. Like 75% of the job, you're at a computer typing case notes. I would love to be a placement person. I mean, I like having the responsibility of being the counselor, but I think I'd have fun meeting employers and bridging the gaps. And
You still have to case note.
I know. I
You
have to send them to the
paid.
counselors.
Yeah, you have to get paid. Even if you're a professional counselor, you have to case note it every 15 minutes of your time.
So you guys look through those packets? Yeah.
And I just wanted to comment, because you guys know that Capri's still a student. She's a second-year student, so she seems like a professional in the field that knows a lot. I think that just goes to show how much your internship actually does.
You learn
teach
so
you.
much, it's so cool.
Yeah, when you're in school, it's like, oh, there's just so much information, but on your internship, it's like so much on-the-job work, and you learn a ton just from that specific site. So, I mean, it's just been, what, a little over a year when you first started your program. Like a year and 4 months ago was when you first started. And I remember emailing with you last summer, and I think the perception that I had of you then is just like so different from now. Remember when we had all that?
I was gonna do sexual assault, I was gonna find a paid internship. I was like, God, would you give me this grant if it wasn't for a reason? I'm gonna do my will, and I'm gonna do my thing, I'm gonna get my LPC, 3 masters, I'm out of here. And now I'm like obsessed with my life. I'm okay with my kids going to daycare, and I'm doing this every day. It's like so cool. I got a guy who's facing homelessness. He applied for our services on 11/8, and he smokes weed, and he doesn't have any forms of identification. So when I sent the invitation for him to be a placement team, and I'm paying thousands of dollars for somebody to find him a job, she was like, Capri, what are you thinking? How's he gonna pass a UA, and how's an employer gonna hire him with no ID for W-9s and stuff like that? Did you even ask him to see his ID because that's like you're supposed to verify that they have 2 forms before you send them. And I was like, I'm sorry, he's gonna be homeless on the 30th. He's got such bad anxiety, he's crying, all these, and I explained it to her, and she found him a job at like a local, a small restaurant, and gets paid $11 an hour, and his first day was the day before Thanksgiving, and now his landlord's not gonna kick him out. He gets to keep his cat. His cat is a huge thing. His cat is his only support system. And so I think that's so cool. That was my first thing where I've seen the program come full around. But I feel like I did a lot of hard work fast, and I think that's how people get the expectation of getting burnt out. Because driving home, I was thinking about what I could do next, who I could call, what jobs would take in, But Divine.
Are you gonna have your PowerPoint available? Could you share that with us?
Sure.
Yeah, and how about your outline of of the paper that you do?
Yeah, I wanted to comment on the PowerPoint too, how thorough that was, how
Too
much
much?
time you must have
No,
spent.
it's
I think
good.
that this is the most comprehensive lunch and learn that we've ever had,
Yeah.
in my opinion, and it was
Nuh-uh.
real and raw,
Sure.
and I'm just so proud of you, because you're still a student, so it was really, really great. Thank you so much.